Hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, ain't it absolutely great to be a Raven fan right now? Look, we already got the news. It confirmed everything that we were reporting on this channel. A lot of people aren't saying anything, but remember, we were reporting weeks ago that EDC was trying to get an offensive player. And it's coming out now that the Ravens are on the forefront of trying to acquire Derrick Henry. I tried to tell you, Derrick Henry was actually, there were talks of availability from him from the beginning of the season. From the very beginning of the season. They're just making everything known now, public. But being a Raven fan right now is super exciting. Think about this real quick. And I want y'all to close your eyes and take a second and just think about the Ravens real quick. We are on the cusp of the offense truly becoming the best offense in the league. We have already cultivated a top 2 defense in the league. We have already quieted the naysayers and doubters. And for once, even after everything that is looking like, oh my God, we are doing great stuff right now, the Ravens are looking to acquire another offensive, not defensive, offensive piece. It is a magical time to be a Raven fan. Let me tell y'all something right now. The defense, I want them to get a pass rusher. For everyone saying that's we don't really need that and everything else, let me tell you something. When you get into the playoffs and you're dealing with Patrick Mahomes, you want as much defensive firepower as possible. That's fact. You want to be able to get to that brother without blitzing. If you got to put 4 men on there, you got to know, look, we got to get to him. And it's not we get to them eventually and we'll spin around. And why? Because you don't want to give him any lanes. If he sees that your 4 is rushing and they're split wide and they're not maintaining rush integrity, because a lot of times, a lot of rushers go outside of their rush integrity to try to get a sack. If Patrick Mahomes sees that, he's going to burn you. Because then he'll run. And he'll just keep running until they get to the line. And he'll run it in or throw it in to Travis Kelce. So, you know what I mean? I want us to have a legit 4 guys that can get to him while maintaining their rush integrity, right? And then put everybody else into coverage. 2 guys on Kelce. Because it's looking like that's who we're going to meet up with. That's looking like pretty much the last chapter of this storybook season. And I'm not trying to get too ahead of myself. I'm trying to be proactive instead of reactive. The Ravens have built, as of right now, what it looks like, a complete team. They're getting healthy. The only player that everybody's still like, what? About is one of our pass rushers, who no one knows about what's going on with it. Harbaugh's pretty much saying, look, go ask him. And when we go ask him, he's like, hey, yo, no bueno. He won't answer no questions. You got it coming from? None. So that's all we have to worry about right now as a Ravens squad. Everybody's getting healthy. I'm still a little worried about the offensive line because I'm a worry wart. Everybody knows that. I'm still worried about the offensive line. I need them guys to play better every single Sunday. But they played decent and well last Sunday, and they look like they've been getting their chops and their legs under them. So that's what I'm looking at from that standpoint. But outside of that, the Ravens have built a very complete roster. Complete on defense, complete on offense. And guess what? Now they're looking like, instead of just saying, well, we're good enough. We're good enough. They're like, can't we get better? Can't we do more? Can't we tip the scales? And that right there is what's making it exciting. Because you never hear that with the Ravens. It's never, yo, let's tip the scales. It's always like, hey, we got enough. We're going to go in there with what we got and let's see what's happening. Having EDC actively trying to add to an already deep offensive unit, it's magical. They said Disney World was the happiest place in the world. They lied. Right now, as a Raven fan, it's the happiest place in the world. Like, straight up. And I mean that. Because as Raven fans, we've always clamored at the thought of doing more. Think about that. As a Raven fan, we've always said, yo, we always just do enough. Now we're saying, let's do more. And I already told you what I want them to add. I want them to add a pass rusher, and I want them to add another weapon, either running back or wide receiver, to this squad. Let me tell you something right now. If we land Henry and they finagle a pass rusher, look, this might be EDC's. Matter of fact, it goes without doubt, this will undoubtedly be the greatest season of EDC's tenure, and it's not even close. Like, straight up. Like, that's what we'll be looking at. That's what we'll be, like, viewing. Because that's how good he would have been building this team. With the team gelling on all fronts. And then saying, enough isn't enough. Let's add more. We got the funds. Why are we saving it for? It's not like we're putting it into a college fund. It's not like we're putting it into a 401k. It's not like we're putting it into our retirement. Like, no. Paying off student loans. Spend the money. Draft capital are lotto balls. They're lotto tickets. We don't know what we're getting. Some of them you might be like, yay, oh my God, we won $10. Think about exciting that you get when you play a lotto ticket. You're playing for millions, but you'll get even a little excited if you win $10. I'll sell clubs like I'm going to do it again. That's what draft picks are. And hope that you hit $1 million or at least $100,000. Use it. If you can get a player that legit still has a lot of tread on that tire, you can get 4 or 5 years of prime production out of them. Spend the draft picks. You think, why would, like, it's already, like, we already know what we're getting out of that player. You know what I'm saying? We already know. We already know. Put into the player and then give up something that it's an unknown. It's an unknown. If EDC could pull this off and we get multiple guys, not just one, but multiple guys, bruh, I don't see where we don't win the Super Bowl. Knock on wood, it'd have to be something absolutely tragic or devastating, God forbid, to happen to the team for us not to. Because we will have the firepower, we'll have the system, we will have the defense, and we will have the talent. It will be undoubtedly probably the greatest assembled Raven team. Top to bottom. I want to reiterate this. Top to bottom. I'm not just singling out defense because we'll never be any better than the 2000 Ravens. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about singling it out as a totally constructed team from top to bottom. This will be the greatest constructed Baltimore Raven squad of all time. And we'll definitely give ourselves a shot at the Lombardi. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you agree right now is an amazing, magical time to be a Raven fan? Let me know down in the comment section, especially that it might come up to be a big fantasy day for the Ravens offense and defense for this Sunday at 4:25 going against the Cardinals, especially after them calling Lamar Jackson a running back. Let me know down in the comment section because, boy, it might get ugly. And that's the episode of The Wonder Kid Show. for watching it out. We get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. And if you have not done so already, check out the Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you want to donate to the channel, help with equipment, right? Bottom of the screen, QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. Cash App's located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yeah.